like out here like, oh my god, the gays are coming.
What's goody two shoes, y'all? We right back with another one. Before we get right into that, I do want to let y'all know about TubeBuddy. There's a link right below this video in the bio that y'all should definitely click if y'all trying to get help with y'all YouTube growth from all different types of standpoints, from subscribers, views, and all of that. That link will definitely help you. And I believe you get 30% off. Trust me, you want to hit that link and install and get that because they will help you so much. They have helped us a lot. Without further ado, we're gonna get right into this video though on the current state of my Las Vegas Raiders. He asked me about Carl Nassib and how he came out. I don't got no problems with it. He was on our heart. He was when we was on Hard Knocks. He was there. He was like one of the main like characters, I would say, because they always try to get multiple players. Look, man. I've been following him since he was in our on Hard Knocks with us, and he always has a motor. I'll give him that because he got cut from our team. I think that year that we was on Hard Knocks. I think he got cut from our team and he went to go play with Tampa Bay or something. Boy, he could ball out. He's a good defensive end. I believe he plays defensive end. I have not got to see his high school not high school college. God damn, yeah. He's good, but like they say, representation matters in the people. So I have no problem with him coming out. And my biggest thing with this was pretty much what the commissioner said. It just be good when the day comes that it doesn't matter. Like it's not news that you're gay. Like it I think that's more so what I'm waiting for. Just the day that it's not news that a football player is gay. Because when it first happened, I didn't care, to be honest with you. My biggest, like, as soon as it happened, I was like, bruh, because he said it while he was in, I want to say he was at home in somewhere in Pennsylvania. My biggest thing is, bruh, why are you not in minicamp? Why are you not with the OTAs or whatever? I think it's just for rookies and anyway, but I just need my defense to get to Patrick Mahomes. That's all I will say.
Facts.
I just
Yeah,
need y'all to get to Patrick. I don't give a fuck what you do behind closed doors.
I think the
I
best
just
thing
need
he
you to get
said.
Patrick Mahomes.
I think the best thing he said is what you said. Representation is key,
Mm-hmm.
and you say you're waiting for the day that being a gay football player isn't news.
It isn't
I'm
news. I'm
still
waiting for you.
I'm still waiting for the day that a star football player comes out as gay. I think people will accept it more when the superstar is gay. I think it will be more digestible for the public. I think what we'll get to where you're talking about, where being gay doesn't matter and nobody even cares.
When we get to that point.
When we get to look at the superstars start coming out and people don't care anymore. The superstars got to start coming out as gay. I think it was don't I forget what
If
quarterback
they
it
are,
was.
yeah.
I forget what quarterback it was. He was like, "Yeah, I played with a couple gay guys back in the day. They just never came out because they weren't comfortable. It was just a different period in time." So
And honestly, I respect that too. Like, I respect both spectrums of it. If you don't like, for example, what you do behind closed doors with other people is nobody else's business besides yours and the person that you're doing it with, right?
yeah,
Yeah, if you don't want to come out, if like you don't want to be that representation for people, because it is news. Like, dude was trending for like 24 hours straight after that. I get it if you don't want to and you just want to live your life doing whatever you do. Like, I get that too. But if you, because it comes with a lot. If you do want to be in the spotlight and you're okay holding that on your shoulders, then cool, come out. If you do, if you don't, it'd probably be good in the sense of representation. Other people who want to come out and don't feel comfortable doing it, but at the same time, I don't care. I mean, I don't care. It's about can you play? Can you play? Good. Not I already knew this kid could play, so I didn't. I don't care. I don't care. Even if even if it was like Michael Sam, for example,
yeah, that
I
was
thought he
different though.
would. I think it was only different because he said it before he got drafted. Before we actually got to see him on the field. And I don't think that's right at all,
But
personally.
well, hold on. That was a little
It
bit
shouldn't
different of a
matter.
situation. He wasn't highly rated going into that draft anyway.
Yeah,
Honestly, if you want to be 100, I feel like the only reason he got drafted was because he was gay. Because if
no,
you
that's
remember,
wrong.
hold on. If you remember, he was drafted in the 7th round. The only thing he had going for him was he was a SEC Defensive Player of the year before. But he got drafted to the Rams, who at the time had really good pass rushers. So it wasn't even like he was going to make the team.
Yeah,
I
he
feel like
got
that
what?
was more of a PR stunt by the NFL saying, "Yo, go ahead and draft homie real quick, so we just look good as a product." I really feel like
No,
that.
I thought he was going to get drafted regardless, just on the strength of that SEC defensive player. I thought he was going to get drafted regardless on that, but he got drafted to the wrong team because that defensive line was stacked. That defensive line was stupid stacked.
Yeah, it just didn't
Like,
make sense, and that's why I say I think it was kind of. I don't. The right word is not rigged. I feel like the NFL put it in a call. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so
So I'm pretty
personally.
sure he didn't make that team.
I don't know if he did. I don't think I can't remember. I don't know. He might not have, but that defense, like, bro, he would have been like the eighth or ninth defensive
Yeah, that's what I'm
lineman.
saying. It didn't even make sense. The
Not
pick didn't even make sense.
yeah, that yeah, yeah, it didn't.
And you could
He
argue.
was
And the
go ahead.
worst part about that whole thing was, you had a bunch of gay people. You could tell doesn't know football or even watch football. Try to come in and say he was drafted in the 7th round. They only drafted him that low because the NFL is homophobic, which is absolutely ridiculous. And my thing is I don't like people. Like, I get representation, and I bet it's cool for some gay person out there who doesn't watch football. Hey, there's a gay football player. And they go tweet about it real quick. But at the end of the day, let's be 100.
Production matters.
Tomorrow, well, not even that. I don't care about that. That's not what I'm talking about. Tomorrow, you're not going to give a fuck about dude because you don't even watch football.
True. True.
So, I think it's all kind of bullshit anyway.
Uh, but what about the homie who? What about the person who is in a high school locker room who is gay, who never said that,
I think that's
or
dope. I think that's dope. But I
for
think it
him, Michael Sam would be a good like
good.
representation.
Yeah,
That's
I
all.
think that's dope. I really do. I really think that's dope. But honestly, at the end of the day, let's be 100. Football, sports, especially is a business. And you
Absolutely.
probably, if honestly, if we're honestly looking at it, you probably fucked up your draft stock by doing that. And you also made yourself a kind of a distraction per se, like a media story. You bring like
Yeah,
a quote unquote circus with you. So now you're
not
bringing
just
that
like a
with you
business.
on top of
Yeah,
it. So
not just like a
football
business.
teams historically don't like that shit. We don't need all this bullshit going on in the locker room. We're trying to focus on football. So that's another thing that might fuck up your draft stock. So I think he handled that situation completely wrong. I have no problem with people coming out, but you gotta think about it when to come out. At least he's on a football team and he's coming out.
Yeah, and Carl, he's been in the league for a couple of years now too. So it was
Like,
like
I think this is a non-story. Like, by the time the season starts, this is a non-story.
absolutely, yeah.
Unless he like just starts balling out of control and he's like a top five defensive end all of a
Well,
sudden.
you know what? We could also say as a society we've been through some more stuff since Michael Sam to now. Like Donald Trump has been a whole thing. You feel me? So we're in a clearly different space now too. I
Yeah,
think that also matters.
and I
But
think people around our age, especially when even though we're still like young adults, we grew up with more gay people, I would say. So we're a little bit more tolerant to it, and we're a little bit more used to it. So I think that also plays a part in it. I think our generation just doesn't care as much as probably previous generations.
yeah, I
I think
mean,
as simple
it's
as
just
that. And I think as time goes on, people are just going to stop caring less and less and less. Like my little brother, I think he's going to look at gay people completely differently than we did. He's going to be way more tolerant to gay people than maybe like we were.
I don't know. It's not like we have a problem with gay people. Not, and that's why I don't know. I don't. You say even back in the day. Now I think about. I don't know what the problem was with Michael's. Well, besides the fact that he just didn't make the team because they had a stacked defensive line already. I don't know what the problem is with a gay person in the locker room. Like the biggest thing is what you do.
It's just homophobia
What
at the end of the
bro,
day.
and I was actually trying to understand. I don't understand what homophobia means, to be real. What is the fear? Because it has to be the fear of gay people.
So so it's nobody actually is afraid of gay people. Nobody's actually like out here like, oh my god, the gays are coming. No, what it is you know how guys are. Oh, I don't want him looking at my dick. I don't want no dude looking at my dick. You know, that type of shit. Think about like how dudes were in high school and shit, and how and you got to remember, kids are just cruel, bro. Kids are some of the when you're like in middle school and high school,
you're not a kid. When you're in the NFL, you're not a kid.
you
I'm
can say
asking
that,
for,
but you can still get
I'm
bullied
asking
and
for
shit.
adults. We don't run our world on children
Okay,
or
touche.
what children think. We run it on adults. And I'm asking in the locker room, if I'm in there, our problem is if you hit on me, smack my ass or something. Yeah, that's a problem because you know that I'm not gay, right? So then there's a problem.
I think
But
that's not even fair either, because that's sexual assault at that point. I don't think that's fair to even throw that on them.
I agree. I agree. So let's just say not smacking the butt, but let's say just if you hit on a straight man. If a gay man hits on a straight man, yeah, then there's a problem. But I'm saying, what is the fear of gay people? I've been really
How
trying
about
to
this?
understand
I
that
think.
and transphobia because I think somebody else tried to explain it to me like it's more so based on church. Well, in the
Well, yeah,
Western world that we live in,
yeah.
church is so separated from everything else. So your fear is based on your religion. If that's the thing, and you need to take that up with your God. You
Well,
can't you don't change people. You change yourself.
to stay on
Or
that
you or
topic, to stay on that topic for a little
in
bit.
this country. Go ahead.
I've heard that before, and and sometimes I like to make that argument. But I make the argument for why black people are homophobic, because we're so
Religious?
historically, our religion is built from slavery. Once again, we got that from slavery. We got that from white people into slavery, and so it's built into our American black culture, and that's why black people are so invested in it, and that's why they're so quote unquote anti-gay. It's all most 90% of the time is mostly religious. You can argue that people cover up their homophobia with the religion, but it's 90% comes from religion, in my opinion.
I don't understand what the fear of
The
gay
fear?
people is. Still.
Oh, here's what it is, Aaron. It's not.
That's where I'm because if you're not having sex with me,
Hold
if
on.
I can say you smack me on my ass and I could call the cops and that's sexual harassment, I don't have nothing to fear. That's legit. Just I got to take care of the sexual harassment situation.
It's not. It's
Or
people. It's not the.
I
It's
don't
not.
get it.
It's not that people are afraid of gay people. As people are afraid of being presumed as gay. Because you once again,
That's different.
but
Okay,
it's true.
I understand that. I understand that though, because I understand that. I can get that. I can understand that one. I can understand that one. Where you say, okay, so the fear of homophobia is saying you, in a sense that you are fearful that other people will view you as gay.
That's what I think it is. That's how I see it. That's how I always looked at it. Because if you actually think about it, that's what mostly it is. You don't want to be that. You don't want because when you're a kid, middle school, high school again, being called gay was like just like normal. That's just like.
Stop all for the middle school and high school shit.
That's where it starts. Let's be 100. That's where it starts because that's when you're hitting puberty. That's when you start having sexual thoughts. That's when it starts.
Yeah. Okay,
So yeah, that's when the homophobia kicks in. When you're a 14-year-old kid, you don't want to be presumed as gay because the kids are going to make fun of you. Am I wrong? So you don't want to get made fun of, so you don't want to be gay. So even if you do, for some reason, you start liking dudes, or you start thinking dudes look cute or something, you don't want to tell people because they're going to bully you for it. And even if we go even further back, they're going to beat you up for it. Oh, there's that gay boy down the street. They're going to make fun of you for it all the time. So I always came to the presumption that people aren't afraid of gay people. Homophobia is probably not even the right word. We probably should change that. It's the fear of being presumed as gay, especially in the black community.
I can understand that a little bit more because
I think that's about
that also has to do like with your possibility of finding a partner. Like, let's just say randomly somebody was like Darren's gay, and the whole world believed it.
Yeah.
That's gonna throw a what's the face to the eyes of like the women that I really want. You know, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Oh
it's gonna
yeah,
throw
I didn't think about you. I thought you were gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I get that kind of. I understand that kind of, because if you come like, and then here's the problem with today's society, is if you say no, I'm not gay, people are going to take that as
Oh, this nigga gay as hell.
no, 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 no. They'll
Oh.
take it totally opposite. They'll say, or they will take it like that. They'll either say you are gay as hell, or they'll say, well, now you have a fear against now you're homophobic because you're
Mm.
not gay. And it's like, dog, no, you can't because somebody spreaded a rumor about me doesn't mean it was true. You feel me? I think and it doesn't mean that I don't like I
But
don't
once
I
again,
fear y'all. I don't. That's what I'm saying.
let's be 100. Those people who say that are just going around calling everybody homophobic because they won't sleep with a gay person. We gotta straight up say, hey, your opinion doesn't matter because that's a retarded opinion. That's just like wrong. That's stupid. We gotta cut that shit out. We need to shut that shit down quickly because that's dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but that's the same thing with like that they're saying with transphobic people. Well, they'll say me for example, they'll be like, me as a straight man. They'll be like, if a trans woman came up to me and tried to talk to me or whatever, and I said no, I don't want to. They'll say that I'm transphobic, and no, that's not the case. That person is a trans woman. They're not a woman. I'm attracted to women. I'm not attracted to trans women. There's a difference. And I think that's something that society has to understand. You're a while ago was this thing called super straight. I'm super straight because I won't fuck with a trans woman, right?
Okay.
In reality, that's just straight men trying to get to the facts of, well, if you guys are creating all of these things and y'all trying to say we're bad, well, why can't we create our own genre like y'all did? Not genre, our own what's the face, like y'all did, and just say that this is what we like. No, then they were like, no, that's a problem with your own what the fuck? They said it's a problem
Preferences
with
is that what you're trying to get at? Preferences? We choose our own preferences like y'all did.
Yeah, we have our own preferences and we have a name for it. Like they said, super straight. And the people were coming out saying, no, that's wrong because you're just trying to do something with your own ego. You're trying to feed your own ego. And it's like, no, in reality, y'all are confusing the whole situation. So we're going to make it very simple from our standpoint. We only fuck with women that were born women. No disrespect to trans women. It's just we're not attracted to that. And if you say that there's something wrong with that, there's something wrong with you because now you're telling the person who they should be attracted to.
Facts.
And then that gets back to what we're saying. You can't say, oh, you can't be gay. You can't be gay. You gotta like women. You can't say that. You can't say that. If that person likes who they like who they like. Now you just gotta find a partner that likes you. And vice versa. You can't be mad. If the person say they like what they like, just accept it. And that's what I'm trying to get out of society. And that's all it comes down to. I want to know y'all thoughts in the comments if y'all do watch this video. What do y'all think going forward? Obviously, we all know representation matters. So that's what we started out with. And like I said, I want to get to the day that it's not a big deal in the league, right? I want to know what y'all think in the comments about everything that we talked about, and whether it's real, whether it's something that you agree with or you disagree with or you have a different view with. These are conversations we got to have a conversation with because the world is changing, right? There's more and more gay people coming out. There's more and more trans people coming out, and they should be able to do it comfortably. And we, as well as other people who are straight, should be able to live comfortably with these people, knowing that what happens behind their closed doors is what happened behind their closed doors. So I want to know what y'all thoughts in the comments. What do y'all think?
So make sure you check us out on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We're also on TikTok at Inspired by Ambition. You can also find these dope black hoodies me and Darren got on at our website, inspiredbyambitionpro.com. That's inspiredbyambitionpro.com. Once again, like Darren said, make sure you comment below. We want to know. We'll definitely get back to you if you guys comment in our section. We can have this conversation in the chat. So definitely do that. We love you guys. Peace out.
Peace. Y'all stay up.